And I think, just to give you an idea of statistics and COVID, when we had our a level of people coming into us in September 2019, we had, in September 2019, 996 people in that month coming asking us for support. Same time in 2020, we had 4,338, and that was a 435% rise. Then we also have a screening process that basically says, look, is someone, do they need immediate support? Is there a fear of life? Someone else's? Is it quite serious, basically? And I can provide more details on that from our clinical team. And we class that as acute. And, in 558 out of the 996, which is 56.1% in September 2019, we're classed as acute. That actually, out of the 43338, 2923 were classed as acute, and that's 67.4%, of course. So basically what this is telling you is, look, massive more increase in demand. Definitely a significant increase of over 10% in terms of the acuteness of that request. And I think, yes, COVID played a part. I think we also have to bear in mind that people became more aware of us, so that's also going to contribute to a level of the rise. But COVID, without a shadow of a doubt, caused a significant level of anxiety, fear, and suicide risk, quite frankly, that we were able to try and field. And it may well be down to issues such as when people were segregating in the home, not being able to hug their children when they were when they were crying, not being able to sleep in the same bed because fear of infection with their husband or wife, and feeling that their decisions in life were causing a negative impact on their family, whether it be the scenes that they were seeing. I mean, COVID is a particularly not a nice disease to die by. It's respiratory, so struggling for breath. It can be quite graphic. So when you're seeing that on a consistent basis, it can start to haunt you. The colleagues' burnout, the levels of responsibility of what the man was doing on their colleagues and their friends. All of this started to weigh up, and all it takes is a trigger, basically, to put someone on that slippery slope downhill. So there isn't a kind of a magic wand to say this is why it was happening, but it was, we need to make sure that we had the right levels of support available, and also someone felt compelled and aware that if they were struggling, that they could go and get the help rather than suffering in silence, which hopefully the destigmatization approach has helped. But, we already know that, things like in the BAME community, they're 44% less likely to take up support than the non-BAME, so that we're doing some work in that particular space, making sure that the native tongue of those individuals is used to go and get the support and make them feel more comfortable, for example. But it's particularly complex, and like I said, no magic wand, but we just need to make sure that we're there, really, and that independence, that clinical supervision, all of those different principles are maintained in order to ensure that the right level of support is given.